To me, I've had quite a lot of stories. There is, of course, a myth about Saint Valentine, the Valentine himself. There's also, of course, that myth as well about the Cupid. But generally speaking, I think for me it is let me call it an excuse of one day in out of 365 to express perhaps your emotions to your loved ones. Again, I am not very hell bent on just that particular day. I think you can do so throughout the year, not just the year, throughout your lives. But I think it's that particular day that gets a lot of recognition for lovers, as they call it. And for me, that's as simply as I could put it. Line. Never been that good with lines, so I do not think I can mark that particular question of line of questioning. So I just always felt that it's normally very important to just be as honest as possible. I don't believe too much in throwing a lot of idioms around and big English words. I just feel that you're always safer if you just simply just be yourself and say whatever comes to your mind. My best date ever. Yeah, that's a tight one, tough one. I don't go out on dates much. I don't think I'm that, for lack of a better word, that romantic, and maybe I'm not swayed too much by a lot of those things. But I think once I had a very, very good date, in my opinion. I felt one, it was the first time I took those particular people out. They were excited, and for some reason it was actually on the past Valentine's Day. But for me, generally speaking, I think the date experience, the going out for dinner, I think it's a good thing. It's an over and above gesture. So for me, the time I did it with my kids was tremendous. I like to be extremely gender sensitive. I do not think it's an either or kind of question. I think Valentine's basically just goes down to one's perception, regardless of whether you're male or female. One's perception of the day itself, with the glamour that comes with that particular day. So for me, I think it's a unisex kind of thing. Anyone can be able to do it and celebrate it. Wow, another interesting one. Flowers, no, that I do not think I would be. I don't think I'm that emotionally attached to seeing flowers, because at the end of the day, I'm always thinking, okay, I've seen them, I've received them. Then what next? What do I do with them? I mean, they're either, most probably, they're obviously going to go and rot. So for me, flowers is a no-brainer. I wouldn't go with that option. I don't mind gifts. I also don't mind, the gift does not need to be an overstretch. I'm not one of those that is going to go out there asking for a Range Rover. No, I don't think I'm the type. But if it is given, I wouldn't mind it, but I would not be looking for a gift like that. For me, if it's something that is important and someone has put some thought to it, regardless of the price, regardless of the size, for me that would be sufficient enough. Yeah, so a gift that is reasonable. I don't want you to go over and above yourself, really. As I said earlier, I do not think it should be the only romantic day. I think romance can be a holistic thing throughout the year, throughout the month, throughout your lives. So for me, I do not think romance is a switch on and off kind of thing. I think it is something that gradually happens as and when the need arises, as and when you want to do it. I think is when you should actually be able to do it. It's not just a Valentine's Day thing. When is Valentine's? I'm not even sure when Valentine's is, but no, I do not have any of those plans. So for me, I do not think I can put anything planned to it, but I'm sure it is one of those days. One thing I want to guarantee is that the sun will rise, and just so you know, the sun will actually set. So I do not have plans for it, and I'll just live through the day. Worst date ever? I don't go out on dates much, as I said. I think worst date ever is, I can't seem to remember a particular one, but I think for me, one of the dates that I went on that I found memorable, not in a very good way, is that I went out and the interactions with the waiter and the waitresses that were perhaps serving based on the person I was with, I thought that was a bit difficult. It could have gone better. They could have spoken to the waiter or waitresses a bit better. So for me, as I said, I'm not that big on going out on those dates and all, but I also have the sense to tell when a date could be better. Yeah. Cry for love. Well, again, I guess I'm one of those human beings that was made with very, very limited or very inactive tear glands. I don't cry much. I can't remember the last time I reasonably cried in the more recent past. So for me, obviously, to answer your question, it's never happened to me. I do not think. I hope it doesn't happen. But I guess I've been one of those fortunate ones that it hasn't happened to yet.